Hey guys, it's Z06 here, and in today's Forza video, I'm going to be starting a series where I build YouTubers' cars. So, let's start off with a Corvette Z06 owned by Cleetus McFarland. So right here is a bog standard Corvette Z06. I will be upgrading it to its current specification as of the time of recording, but for now we'll be looking at this standard one. So if we look around the side, we can see the standard rims and what will be standard suspension, so not much steering angle, but we'll be changing that by adding drift suspension soon. So for engine mods in this thing, we need pistons, rods, a cam, valve springs, an intake, the drift suspension, some upgraded brakes, and a exhaust. Now we currently already have the Freedom Factory livery on this thing. It's very simple, not exactly like the real car. Obviously you can't have window stickers and a massive bit of rubber going across the bonnet where Von Gittin Jr. ran it over, but we can do our best. Alrighty, so let's start upgrading. So at the time of recording, this car made around 450 horsepower to the wheels. Now in Forza, it's mostly measured at the flywheel, so we'll be probably aiming for around 500 to 550 horsepower. Doesn't have to be exact, but we'll try and get it close. So let's start off with the internals. Now I know we need an intake, so I'll be putting a little sport intake. We're going to need to put an upgraded exhaust on here with some better headers. Going to put an upgraded camshaft on here. And we are going to put some valves in this thing. So since we have upgraded the engine to around 500 horsepower, there we go. That is good, so that is at the flywheel. Now we're going to do some suspension upgrades. Alrighty, so we're going to put on some race brakes. Obviously needs some better stopping power when you're drifting. We can also do the springs. We're going straight to drift suspension right here, so a bit more camber, a bit more steering angle. So what I'm going to do is also just chuck on some anti-roll bars, just to make it a little bit better for drifting. Now, from what I know currently, it does have a stock driveline, but what I'm going to do right now is put a two-way diff into this thing, so I'm able to lock it. Righty, so since we've done that, now we can find the rims. So, I'm probably not going to put any crazy upgraded tyres on this. I'll just put the street compound, and then we'll leave the tyre width. Now for rims, this is going to be interesting. I will try and find them. Now we're looking for a rim with lots of spokes to mimic the look of the real vehicle. This is okay. It doesn't obviously have as many spokes, but we'll keep looking. Oh, this is exactly what I need. Okay, so what I'll do is chuck these on and after I'll paint them. Righty, so we're going to put 18s on the front and 19s on the back, and we're going to give a bit of poke to the front. Okay, yeah, that's what I want right there. Now we may do a little bit at the back because I know there is a bit of poke with those different rims. It doesn't actually give you that much more poke through the different variants of mods you can do, but I'll leave it on the widest. Alright, I think we're actually technically done for this thing. All I want to do is put some paint on those rims, give it a little tune, and then we'll get out. Alrighty, so I've just upped the tire pressure on the rear. I'll look at what else I can do for this thing. So I'll probably just adjust the brake bias a little bit to be a little higher pressure, and I'll lock the differential. Right, there we go. Okie dokie, so let's paint the rims. Now I know that they are kind of a semi-gloss, so what I'll do is just modify this paint color to get as close as I can. Right, that is actually looking really good. Well, there you go. We've done pretty much all the work we can to getting this thing to look like Donnie, so let's take this thing out for a spin. Now it is going to be very interesting to see what this thing is like to drive since I have not actually tested this tune. I may do well or I may completely bomb out, but we'll see. Now also in the interior you can see it's obviously the stock steering wheel. We don't have a hydraulic shifter or a different shifter per se, it's the standard one for the manual. Okay, so we'll get out rolling. I'm just going to do a little bit of a pull to see how it performs. Okay, this thing actually feels pretty feisty. Now I'm going to try and whip it around to see if it actually performs well, right here. Okay, so it is kind of difficult trying to drift this thing. It obviously has just the right amount of power. I probably need to up the tire pressure on the rear. Alright, I'll just put it up over 40. 43 PSI sounds about right. Okay, let's see how this goes. That's better. Now, obviously this part of the map probably isn't the best for nice tight drifting, so I'll find a more optimal location. Right, so I've just found a better location, and we should be able to get this thing drifting. Alrighty, let's test this thing out. Alrighty, so firstly what I can tell you is that this gearbox is not great for this. The gear ratios are just way off for what I need, so yeah, it's not that fun. Now if you do get some speed into it, you can control it like this. Yeah, overall, it's probably better drifting at higher speeds, what I found, obviously, in the game. But what I should be able to do is probably find some even tighter locations that maybe it'll feel even better. Alrighty guys, so I'm at the festival. What I'm going to try is use the tight roads around here and get this thing drifting. Yeah, if you put some effort into it, you can actually get this thing moving. Righty, so there's an even tighter bit of road here. We'll see how it goes. Wow, it's actually doing quite well on this part of the road. Yeah, if you actually chuck it in third and just floor it, the tyres will keep spinning and you're able to get a good drift. Now, what I've found is I'm actually starting to learn the car a bit more. It's easier to drive than when I first started with the basic tune, and yeah, it's doing good. So what I'm going to do is end this video here, and I'm also going to upload this drift file into the tune store. So all you need to do is type in Cleetus Drift and it should be up there. Alrighty guys, so I'll see you on my next video. Hopefully I'll be doing another YouTuber car build soon. If there is someone's car you would like to see in another video, then put that down in the comments. I'd really like to see that, and yeah. Alright, peace.